Thank you for joining us today at Miniature Wargaming Labs, where today we are going to build the Skorpekh Lord from the new Indomnitus box set. So let's get started by cutting out the torso. We're going to take our clippers, nice and sharp, and we're going to take the flat edge and we're going to put it next to the model to create a nice clean cut. And we'll cut out his spine. Now I've got those cut out, I want to clean them up. So, get out my X-Acto blade and just shave down the little nubbins that joined the model to the sprue so that we can get a nice clean fit in the future. Now, you don't have to do this, but I like to. You can take a metal file and smooth it down even further. And while you're at it, look for some mold lines that tend to run the length of the model. That way they won't show up in your paint job. So we'll take a push pin, push it through there. Now I won't put glue on the pin or in the receiving hole, but I'll just put a little bit around the edge because these pins and holes are pretty tight fit. Alright. So let's start working on the legs. Alright, so gluing the legs on, I'm just going to put it in the hip socket and around the lip of the rim, and we're going to fit it on. I'm going to use a little tweezer to give it the final push, because I don't want to put my thumb on and break that little plastic piece. Alright, now let's get his gun. So we're going to take the tip of his little weapon, glue that on. Alright, let's do a dry fit on the weapon. And the shape of the pin shows you where it wants to go, and it plugs in the back here. So we're going to put some glue just on the socket ball and on the tips of these cables. Alright, now we'll put on his little claw arm. Alright, so we'll affix the claw. Alright, and just put a little glue right here and there, and we'll push it in. Alright, so let's do a dry fit, make sure we know where it's going to go and how it'll fit. Alright, so put some glue here for the cabling and around the shoulder joint. I almost forgot this little cable too. Don't want it rattling around when we're done. Alright, now let's get his backup weapon system. Put a little glue here. A little bit in the socket here where it seems to tie in. One gentle push, tighten it up. Alright, looks like we have the weapons on, and let's put his face on. So it looks like his chest ties into that one, but looks like right here it sits on these joints. So we're going to use the joints as the little glue spots, and up here. We'll bring it around. Just peek in there, make sure we get it all lined up. And gently push. That was fun trying to get the right amount of pressure on there. So let's finish up with his face. Alright, put a little glue on the top there. Face slipped on. Now let's mount him to his base. Oh, I forgot his rear leg. Alright, put a little glue on his butt here. Slide that into place. And then we can see the 3 pins from his legs line up with there. So what we're going to do, put a little glue. Alright, so there we go. we constructed our Skorpekh Lord that will lead our Necron army. So, thank you for joining us today at Miniature Wargaming Labs, and we'll see you next time.